Hi, I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends on SI as well as on the Black Sports Insiders. We have two, I guess, right now we should say the golf world, especially for HBCUs, is growing, is expanding at this time. And we have Coach Scooter Clark from North Carolina A&T here with us, as well as Sophia, one of the golfers. And you guys are in Kohler, Wisconsin at this time at the PWCC Works. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So how's everything going out there for you guys today?
It's going great. I'm enjoying enjoying the beautiful course that we've been able to play the past 2 days. It's been really cold though.
Has it? Well, down here in Houston, that would come as a welcome surprise for us to have that type of weather. But talk about this event. You guys are, I know you just had some practice rounds, but you start the event tomorrow. Is that correct, Sophia?
Yes, we start tomorrow.
Okay, excellent. Coach, you've been a part of this whole process with the PGA Works before. Talk about your involvement right now with the Aggies.
Yeah, it's different. This is year 2 with me being back in the coaching world. I love it. It definitely is different from being on the tournament side, but so it's different coming back, year 2, and I have to take my tournament glasses off and
You good? Go ahead, Coach.
I'm good. Okay, take my tournament glasses off and just remain focused on the championship. So we've had a good 2 days so far. Both teams have played both courses in their practice round and really had a chance to witness the straights course. And as Sophia mentioned, the cold weather, the wind, and the challenges really that both courses present, but more specifically the straights course, as it's been a championship course with hosting PGA Championships and the Ryder Cup.
So, for me as a layman, if I go out and hit a course like this, I'm clearly in the triple figures there. So I know it's going to be over 100. But Sophia, you've been playing for how long now?
I've actually been playing since I was 4 years old. I was a dual sport athlete for around 8 years. I was a competitive volleyball player. So I decided actually my freshman year of high school to continue to pursue golf and use one of my biggest advantages, which is my distance on the golf course. Unfortunately, going into a Big Ten school for volleyball is hard for someone who's only 5'8". So I thought, let me try my luck in golf and see where that can take me. And that's where I got to meet Coach Clark.
Well, excellent. You have a great guy that's there to support you because Coach Clark, you've been a part of being involved with the National Minority Golf Championship program before. And if I remember correctly, you have some Southern blood in you, right? Southern Union.
I do, yeah. I mean, this champ. I kind of go back to the championship. We're in year 38. Championship began first in 1987 back in Cleveland, and actually, I played in the first championship as a high school student. Then was recruited by Coach Johnson and Bobby Cheeley to play at Southern University. So I was a Jaguar for a year and played my first year at Southern and then transferred to University of Maryland and finished up there. But this championship, I'll say it all the time, is something that is a part of my life's journey. It's a part of my lifeblood. These student athletes that are a part of it, they'll soon recognize that this is a fraternity of student athletes. I've got relationships that have gone back 38 years because of this championship. And so what these student athletes will find is, these relationships that they build here, not only with their teammates, but with other participants, that relationship will span a number of years. And they'll always be able to come back and reflect on this championship and hopefully be a part of it, right?
So, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Look, and I know there's been a lot to make as far as how the resources are needed, especially with HBCUs being able to handle the travel as well as the equipment, the time practicing and things to that nature. How, since you've been a part of this 38 years, how have you seen this evolve, and do you like the progress of what you see with HBCU golfing at this time?
100%. I mean, we're fortunate in that a number of industry employers, industry partners, and partners that are outside of the golf industry have leaned in to support HBCU golf programs. And a lot of that is through this championship and the efforts of PGA Reach and PGA WORKS. And so, you look at like a night like tonight where we have the Beyond the Green, and we've got, a number of industry employers in here, really gotten creative with how to introduce the game of golf, or excuse me, not the game of golf, but the industry of golf to individuals and student athletes. And so there's somewhat of a party atmosphere, very festive. But at the same time, we're talking careers, we're talking the industry of golf. And so partners have leaned in that way, leaned in to support our travel through United, industry partners such as Titleist, Cushnet, Callaway, all have really leaned in to support HBCUs in a number of ways, resources, financial contributions, and otherwise. And so a lot of that has been driven over the past 4 or 5 years through PGA of America. And so to be able to be here and be a part of this championship it's a special moment for myself, special moment for our student athletes, and something that we don't take for granted.
Yeah. Well, it's my understanding the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship is not only extends to the HBCU side, but also the Hispanic-Serving Institutions, as well as other minority-serving educational institutions as well. With 27 teams out there, and I know there's 45 guys that are doing some individual battles among the 180 male and female golfers across the whole country. That's a lot to deal with at one time, but it seems as though our HBCU golfers have been faring very well over the past several years.
Yes, 100%. And you look at a number of the programs, Underrated Tour, Pathways to Progression with the PGA Tour. There's been a lot of strides that have been made to really introduce our young kids and kids of color to the game at an earlier age. But beyond that, to be able to provide resources on a sustainable basis to be able to have them develop and grow their talents. And so what you're really seeing is more Black kids, more Hispanic kids that are coming to college, and they're more prepared. They're better than they have been, and honestly the pool is deeper than it's been in the past. So that has helped build and uplift some of our golf programs. And so I think we've got 47 HBCUs that now have golf programs, and so hopefully that will continue as we move forward.
All right, Sophia, what are you excited about being in this environment and just having a chance, your second year being with the golf program over at E&T? But what does traveling to an event like this have you to feel about your career in golf, as well as possibly just getting in the industry as well?
Absolutely. So I'm actually a marketing major, and Coach knows this. I love to talk. So any opportunity I get to network, being that there are so many different sponsors at this event, it gives me a really good opportunity to look for internships long-term. Now, any connections I can really make for the future is a really important part of the career I want to take. And then the golf side of things, business wouldn't be business without golf. So if I can bring that alongside with everything, then I can pursue my career in marketing and be able to kick some butt on the golf course as well.
Well, good. That's a great perspective to have.
Thank you.
Yeah, I tell you, because I didn't start as a journalist. I've been in the employment industry for quite a while, and having that gift of gab is very good for you, especially when you're dealing with marketing and being able to engage possible business clients. So keep that up, keep that well, and having that golf aspect, like you said, is only going to enhance your abilities.
Thank you so much.
Oh, she can talk. She can talk. She'll talk to a ball.
She's just being modest right now, Coach.
Yeah, man. She will talk to anybody and keep a conversation going.
Absolutely. It's the way to pursue relationships with anybody, making it personal and for the future.
Definitely. All right. Well, Coach, I know you guys have a lot of activities going forward as well. When you come to an event like this, of course, you want your student athletes to be able to excel as well as be able to raise a trophy or be able to place in an event. But what also, after 38 years, do you look forward to participating in an event of this stature? Especially, what do you want these young people to be able to recognize for their futures?
I think, I'll say lately, especially this semester, one of the things that I've been telling both teams, men's and women's, and it's because of the fact that, a student athlete has so many demands, whether it's in the classroom, on the golf course, personal life, workouts, and then they go on the road and you've got to perform at a high level and there's this expectation. And so, I've really been kind of beating the drum of this is just a game and keeping it in perspective. So I would say for this championship specifically, it's really taking and making most out of the opportunity, appreciating the experience, and really, cultivating those relationships and enjoying it with your teammates, right? I mean, these 4 years go by fast. This is already PWCC number 2 for her. She's got 2 to go.
Wow.
So it's really about just enjoying this time with the teammates, enjoying this time with her coach. And it is. It's really, honestly, it's a growth and maturation process, and it is about cultivating those relationships and our relationship. And so she'll be the first one probably to say that our relationship last year this time versus right now is a lot different than it was before, because we've had an additional year to get to know each other. And that's through, coming to the office, to bus trips, to practice, to walking on the course during tournaments, to, playing a bad round and having to deal with that or deal with me and my moods or whatever. It's all a part of it. Right. But that's the reality of it. And that's not only me, that's her teammates, her playing partners. And so really it's just taking this time and really valuing the experience. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game that she's been blessed to play and play at a high level, and understanding that this game can take her wherever she wants to go. So she already knows that. And she talks about it very clearly, in that she's got an opportunity to play the sport, hit a golf ball, truthfully, 300 plus yards, and use that as a means to impact others and build relationships. Right. And so that is something that, in not only the 38 years of me being a part of this championship, but honestly, in the 50 plus years, God, I can't believe I'm saying that, in the 50 plus years of playing the sport,
right.
Really understanding that it's truly a blessing to have this be a part of your life, and to be able to use it and use it as a platform to good and impact others. So really for her, it's understanding that, and again, just really valuing the experience.
Wow, that's great. Sophia, hitting the ball 300 yards off her driver. I don't think I can hit the ball 300 yards in 4 strokes. So congratulations to you on that part. We just had one of the pioneers of Black golf to pass away, Jim Dent. Coach, this is for you as well, Sophia. What are your thoughts on his loss to our community?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's, again, you talk about pioneers, you talk about legends. And so, it's that's all a part of our history in this game. And he was such a, like I said, a trailblazer in what he accomplished and playing the sport at a high level, playing at a time where oftentimes he couldn't play, being denied, being, playing under really, really tough and adverse conditions. And so for us to be able to continue to play and like I said, use this for good and to impact others, I'm always remembering those that were before us, whether it's Jim, Calvin, Lee, Charlie.
Yeah.
It's that's why I said I can't believe I'm saying 50, right? Because you look at this, I'm going, these are individuals that at the age of 5, 6, 7, I'm watching TV and watching golf on TV and, going to different tournaments and seeing them play. And so now, just through, the matriculation of life, it happens. And so, I take time to really remember and honor and keep that front of mind as I try to live up to, what they did, and use the game to impact others in a positive way.
Absolutely.
And Sophia, and your thoughts?
Yeah, to add on to that, I think honestly, like, I'm more than grateful. It is really an honor to be able to represent a community that was so underrepresented before in golf. So being that we actually played in the Calvin Pete tournament last year, my freshman year, and
Wow.
It was a great opportunity to be able to honor somebody who really helped break the barrier through golf. So honestly, I can't say more than that I'm more than grateful to be able to live through all of this and acknowledge all the history, and learning that I think is really important, even to tell younger athletes, because we wouldn't be here without them. So again, like, more than grateful, and it is an honor.
Definitely. Coach, what's the next step for HBCU golf? Is it that I've talked to some guys, and I just want your perspective on this. Is it that we need to get more money infused into each of these programs to be able to get them to the next level in order to recruit the players who can be able to compete against some of the, let's say, like the University of Texas's and Stanford's and those individual golf programs? Or what else do you think is necessary for our HBCU programs at this time?
I'm going to speak a little bit more broadly than just HBCU programs. If we're talking about our young Black men and young Black women, and their place in the game and competing at a high level, I could say that resources they're being poured into a lot of the HBCU programs has helped. That will continue to help, whether it's through scholarship dollars and having programs that, say are fully funded or have additional scholarships to fund the programs. And then it's resources and funding for the operational expenses. That's going to allow us to play in better tournaments and travel more and do those things and recruit talent and additional talent. But again, more broadly speaking, I think it's really providing, it's what I said earlier, those sustainable opportunities through our junior programs, whether it's through, the Cameron Champ Foundation, Underrated Tour, the Calvin Pete, the Jim Thorpe event, but just creating sustainable dollars and sustainable programming at an earlier age, right? If you look at a lot of the kids that end up going to the big programs, the top Caucasian players, they have resources at a very early age that are sustainable, right? They're growing up at a country club. They're introduced to the game at an early age, and they have, unlimited resources. They're introduced to a TrackMan earlier. They're introduced to ongoing instruction at a high level at an earlier age. And that is sustainable from junior golf into high school, into college recruiting, and beyond. And so I think when you're looking at it, and it's not just that, it's also tournaments, right? So instead of playing in local events, now maybe they're playing in AJGA. So whereas some of our kids might play in, again, help me out, what else? What MAC Champ Invitational and things like that. You're in underrated, you're playing in AJGA events, right? And you're traveling and playing in those. And so now you've got, top level experience, top level tournaments, you're playing against the best. And so now you're more prepared when you come into a program to play at a high level. And the other thing is having our kids that can play at that level being recruited and wanting to come and play at an HBCU, right? So if you get a kid that's able to play at the highest level, trying to recruit those kids and get them to come to a Howard, an A&T, a FAM, as opposed to a Florida State, a UNC, a Duke, and so on. So long-winded answer, but I think it's a broader process, if you will, broader issue that really starts at an earlier age, It's not just on HBCU programs. It's on all of us. It's on our junior programs. It's on, our industry employers, our partners, our Black influencers to say, hey, we need to figure out a way to pour into these kids at a very early age, not just through tournament programs, but again, access to courses at an earlier age that's sustainable, access to the equipment, to the resources from early age through high school and beyond.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great answer, really, because it's a lot that we have to do, still a lot of work. One coach, I spoke to Coach Tremaine Jackson, football coach from Prairie View A&M, and he said, we got to, get out of our heads the segregation part that is just HBCU sports. Let's just compete as a sport athlete, as a coach, as a fan. Let's just get in there and be able to raise the bar to the next level based upon our involvement and support as well, because it's very important to have the support from the alumni. Okay, Sophia, coming from California all the way across the country to North Carolina, how was that? What was that decision like to be able to make to leave California and get to North Carolina?
So both of my parents are actually immigrants. So seeing their journey that it took to get them all the way to America from where they came from was honestly a huge inspiration for me. And I told them, I was like, I have to get as far away from home as I could. And at first they didn't believe me. They were like, you'll be fine. You'll be back home really soon. I said, that's not going to happen. So I found out about North Carolina A&T. I actually was able to find that opportunity through Underrated. And being said, I was able to commit over here. And it was definitely an adjustment my freshman year to be so far away from home. I know Coach saw me homesick a couple of times, not having my dad watch me play and all these things, but knowing that my family was supporting me, even though they were 3,000 miles away, I always knew that they would always be watching. No matter what, my dad always asked me for my clip scoring or any live scoring that we had, just so he could make sure I was always set, always good. And Coach definitely helped with that process because he was able to kind of fill that supportive role throughout my freshman year, because being by yourself it was definitely an experience.
It is.
But the team has definitely helped with creating like a familial space, and being open and honest with everybody has made it so comfortable that it's like a second family to me.
Okay. Kyle, I'll tell you a quick story about kind of the relationship. Year one, I came in, started September 6th, and we go boom right on the road, and it was really a very fast drinking from the fire hose year. And so we're on the road, and I have this way about coaching, especially when we're on the course, where I'll walk with the players and provide my thoughts, and we'll kind of talk through shots and talk through distance and yardage and all that. And I started that with Sophia, and it took me a minute to realize that she wasn't quite ready for all this. It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So we go through the first year, and then this year I said, I'm going to try something a little different. And I'll let her talk to it a little bit more if she wants, but I actually think that it's probably one of the things that brought us closer together, is that I started walking with her, but I noticed like the first year I saw her dad at a couple of events, and all he would do is just walk the cart path, right? And she would come over after a few holes and chat for a little bit, but he would always just kind of walk on the cart path, right? And so this year I said, you know what? I'm gonna walk on the cart path.
Okay.
And I just walked on the cart path, and she'd be like, "Hey, coach," and she'd keep going. I just keep walking on the cart path, right? And I'm just waiting, and like 3-4 holes in, she's like, I waited for the invitation, right? But at the same time, I think that, and I told her, like, I wanted her to feel that level of comfort and feel that safety, that, hey, I got kind of this dad feeling, even when she starts feeling like she's hitting it sideways, she loses some confidence, is kind of going through it. So a lot of times what I'll do specifically with her is I'll just walk the cart path. She's feeling some kind of way, I'll just walk, and just, she knows I'm there, and whenever she needs me, she can just call me in. But a lot of it, she needs to kind of go through, on her own. And so from my perspective, I think that's one of the things that really kind of helped kind of facilitate what she said about kind of feeling some of that homesick and feeling like dad's not here. Not that I'm trying to replace, but I think sometimes she'll look over and hopefully see that I'm right there with her.
Yeah, no, obviously not the same thing as my dad, but
Yeah.
it's definitely like my dad growing up. He was always there on the golf course with me, whether it was volleyball tournaments, long volleyball tournaments, or being on the golf course with me all day. Like, having him there watching me play was huge for me and huge for my confidence too, because I always knew he's seen me through thick and thin on the golf course. So being that coach has been by my side through everything that I've gone through my freshman year till now, it's like he's still there, he's still watching me, he's still supporting me, and that definitely gives me an inkling of confidence. Like, okay, I can keep going, I can keep trying, I got this. And especially when I'm able to call him over instead of my dad being able to call over, I'm like, okay, coach, like, I need you here. Help me.
Well, look, you can tell Coach cares, Sophia. So going forward, he studied you, and that's one thing you could tell Coach is invested in you. He studied how to be able to have that relationship going and keep going, and I hope you keep blossoming in the role that you have over at North Carolina A&T.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Well, great. Well, Coach, any last words and thoughts about the 2025 PWCC?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's year 38. This thing has grown so much. It continues to grow. Thanks. We can't thank enough Kohler family, David and Nina, for really their commitment to the championship and to PGA Reach, the foundation. They've been committed for a number of years, and so they leaned in and are supporting it this year. They're going to support it again in a few years. But it's great to be here. The staff has been great. So we're looking forward to it. We get it going tomorrow. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Both teams are excited. We got some very very nice Wisconsin weather. So it's going to be cool. I think it's high like 52. Tomorrow's going to be windy, 15 plus mile per hour winds. Tuesday's supposed to be decent. Wednesday comes back with 25 mile per hour winds. So we're excited. It's going to be a true test. And so we'll see who comes out. But again, it's going to be live on Golf Channel again this year. So we're truly excited for that.
Oh, wow. That's great news.
Experience that, and their families and friends get to see them on TV.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I said it's a true blessing to be a part of this and to see, this championship started out with very meager beginnings in Cleveland, Ohio, to where it is today. So it's just, like I said, it's great and a blessing to have been a part of it all those years and continue to be a part of it.
Yeah, I was looking at the lineup because I also, since I'm here in Houston, I also get a chance to cover Texas Southern. I understand Texas Southern is a part of this tournament as well, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right, excellent. And Coach, I'm just kind of blown away. You're the second ever coach of the Aggies program?
Yes, yeah. So the first coach Watkins, actually, who recruited Sophia, started the program 2016, 2017. We're now in year eight and a half. So
still relatively young program.
Still relatively young. I've been fortunate to come in and be the second coach of the program. Very similar to my time at Cookman, where I came in behind Dr. Gary Freeman. And so to be able to follow behind two legends and pioneers of their programs, it's an honor. So,
all right. Well, look, you're going to be special to me, Coach, as well as you, Sophia. We always tell people, once you get an interview with us at HBCU Legends, we're family now, and you can't get rid of us no matter what you try. But also, since you have some Southern blood in you, my dad's a Southern Jaguar, and most of my family are Jaguars as well. So, and I grew up in New Orleans, so we got some commonalities there as well. Last thing, how can everybody? Oh, is it J.R. Smith? Is he still a part of your program?
He is. Okay. We'll see what happens for next year, if he's going to continue. He's kind of trying to figure out his eligibility, but he is still a part of the program. He's a senior now, and it's been great to be a part of it. Great for the kids to kind of use him as a mentor and pour some of his experience and knowledge into both programs. So.
Okay. I'm going to let you guys get back to those festivities. I heard them playing Run DMC earlier back there. I could tell by some of the old beats there. Sophia, you don't know anything about those guys.
Anything Coach plays,
Yeah, that's Coach and I understand one another when it comes to Run DMC. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but Sophia, good luck tomorrow. Well, throughout the week, I think the event ends, Thursday? Is that correct? Wednesday. All right. Well, good luck, Sophia. I hope you do very well individually, but also as a team. I hope the Aggies on the men's and the ladies' side, you guys are able to blow out the competition there over in Kohler, Wisconsin at this time at Whistling Straits. Okay?
Thank you. It was really a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much, you guys. And Coach, how can anyone who's interested in North Carolina A&T Aggies golf program be able to reach out to you?
I know you like this question.
Yeah, please. No, actually, they can email me, lkclark@ncat.edu. Go to the website, ncataggies.com. And just look at the website, reach out. My contact information is there. And glad to take any calls and emails.
Well, hey, Coach, I'm going to reach out to you as well. Keep me abreast of how Sophia, as well as the rest of your crew, will do this past week. We at HBCU Legends on SI, we love to always cover golf events. That's also a pseudo passion of mine. Even though I can't hit the ball, I'm a good putter, but I'm not a middle distance. I'm all right, but not long distance. Sophia, you're gonna have to train me on those. I don't know how you can hit 300 yards still. But anyway, guys, good luck to you guys. Have a great time and a great showing for HBCU golf. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. I'm Kyle T. Mosley. That's Coach Clark, as well as Sophia. Is it Fernando?
Fernando, yes.
Fernando. All right, Fernando. And Sophia, congratulations and good luck. You guys take care. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Thank you.